It was a quiet day at work until a gunman stormed into her office and started shooting. Tonight, for the first time ever, a survivor of that awful day is telling her story. She describes how she played dead in a desperate attempt to stay alive and revealing why she and her doctor are convinced that a breast implant saved her life. Here's CBS 2's Lisa Siegel.
I have a big family. When I was lying there, I thought that I would never see them again.
That's what Lydia Carranza believed as she lay bleeding on the floor of a copy room inside the dental office where she worked. She'd already been shot once. She prayed that outside the man with the gun would not come back again.
My daughter had just had a baby a week ago, and I had just talked to her 10 minutes before this happened, and I kept wondering, am I gonna be okay? You know, she still needs me, and I wanted to lose it when I was lying there. I wanted to scream and tell him, leave me alone, don't shoot me. I'm a grandmother, but I had to hold all of that in so that he would just think I was dead, and it's horrible. It was horrible.
That was 7 months ago when her co-worker's estranged husband stormed into this office with a rifle. This is the first time she's speaking out about what really happened that day.
He started saying words and shooting in the air. I told everyone at the front desk that we should hide in the fax room.
Lydia says after walking through the office, the shooter forced an employee to take him to where they were hiding. When he opened the door, she says he looked for his wife, who'd recently asked him for a divorce.
I saw the rifle pointing at my co-worker's direction, so I turned away because I didn't want him to shoot me. I didn't want him to know I saw him, even though we were only 3 or 4 feet away. And he shot me, he shot her, and then he shot me in my arm.
Lydia says he left the room, but came back shooting again. His wife died, others critically injured.
I just saw her 2 little hands. She was a petite person. She says, you don't have to do this, and that's it. It was the last I saw of her. And I just lay there and pretended to be dead. I wanted him to think I was dead so that he would not shoot me anymore, but then he shot me again, even though, and before that he said he was sorry, but that his wife made him do that.
For Lydia, as hard as it is to talk about this, she knows it's a miracle that she survived the shooter not once but twice in this tiny room. But still, there may be one more thing that helped save her life.
The first one entered in there, the second one here in my breast, my right breast. After I came out of anesthesia, the doctor at the hospital said that he said the implant saved my life.
Yes, when Lydia was shot for the second time, it was directly into her chest. Her breast implant ruptured.
Kind of like a bumper on a car. It impacted. That took the hit first.
Plastic surgeon Ghavami believes the breast implants that increased and lifted Lydia's breasts were a factor in her survival.
It absorbs impact before it ruptures. So as I'm squeezing it right now, it's not going to burst. But if a bullet hits it, you can imagine it's going to burst. So a lot of that energy, that physical energy, is absorbed. Based on the reports of the CT scan and where they say those bullet fragments ended up, definitely something slowed down those fragments. Had something not been in her breast at that time, fragments could have gone deeper, perhaps into the heart or lung, and caused major injury, if not death. Never seen anything like this.
And Lydia does believe her implants helped save her life. She also believes her faith guided her. Now at home with her husband, she's able to care for the grandchildren she thought she'd never see again.
Hi, Evelyn. I could not carry you. I couldn't do anything for you.
And while her body is still healing and more surgery is ahead, she's trying to move forward. She knows she has a lot to live for.
And I'm here and I'm happy. When I walked out of that office, I was just really happy, and I just looked at the sky and thank God that I was here. Say hello, lady.
Lisa Siegel, CBS 2 News.
Lydia says she's sharing her story because it's part of her healing. Soon she will have reconstructive surgery from Dr. Ghavami. The suspect in the shooting rampage has pleaded not guilty to all of the charges. He is due back in court next month.